Water. It's the lifeblood of our planet, a force so gentle, yet so powerful, that it carves canyons, nourishes forests, and sustains every form of life we know. It courses through the veins of the earth, connecting every living thing in a delicate web of interdependence. From the roots of trees to the cells in our bodies, water is the common thread that binds us all. From the tiniest insects to the tallest trees, all life depends on the steady flow of water to survive. It's in the morning dew that nourishes a leaf, and in the rivers that quench the thirst of entire herds. This intricate network of waterways, sculpted over thousands of years, is what we call a watershed. A natural system that collects, channels, and redistributes water across vast landscapes. Just imagine, if you will, a vast canvas painted with hills and valleys, forests and open fields, each contour and slope playing a role in guiding water's journey. Rain falls upon this landscape, tracing invisible pathways as it flows downhill. It seeps into the soil, nourishes the roots, and begins its long voyage towards lower ground. These pathways, shaped by gravity and time, come together to form streams and rivers, weaving a tapestry of movement and life, which eventually feed into larger bodies of water, maybe a lake, a reservoir, or even the vast ocean. Every drop has a destination, and every journey matters. The entire area, from the highest peak to the lowest valley, where every drop of water contributes to a shared destination, is known as a watershed. It's nature's own circulatory system. But watersheds are so much more than just geographical features. They are living systems, constantly evolving, responding to the rhythms of weather, climate, and human activity. They're the life support systems of our planet, shaping the landscapes we see, the ecosystems they sustain, and the biodiversity they nurture, and even the very air we breathe. Forests thrive because of water, and in return they purify the atmosphere, regulate temperature, and store carbon. Understanding these natural systems, well, it's absolutely vital, because when we understand how water moves, we understand how life moves. And in that understanding lies the key to a sustainable future, one where we live in harmony with the flow of life itself. Watersheds, though defined by the flow of water, are more than just lines on a map. They are living systems, shaped by the land and constantly evolving with time and climate. These systems are deeply connected to the land itself, its contours, its composition, and even its vegetation. Every hill, valley, and ridge plays a role in determining where water goes. The shape of the land, its topography, acts as nature's blueprint, guiding the path water takes on its journey. Water doesn't just flow downhill, it follows the path of least resistance, sculpted by millennia of geological change. Steep mountain slopes, like massive funnels, channel water quickly downward, carving out deep ravines and creating powerful rivers that surge with energy, especially during heavy rains or snowmelt. Meanwhile, in flatter regions, gentle slopes allow water to meander slowly, forming winding streams and wetlands that support a rich diversity of plant and animal life. Forests act like giant sponges, absorbing rainfall and releasing it gradually. This natural regulation helps prevent flash floods, reduces erosion, and maintains steady river flows even during dry periods. The type of soil matters too. Porous soils like sand and gravel allow water to seep through easily, replenishing underground aquifers and sustaining wells and springs. The natural boundaries of a watershed aren't straight lines on a map. They're invisible divides, often following the highest points in the landscape, ridges that separate one drainage basin from another. These boundaries are defined by the subtle curves of the land, the ridges and valleys that guide how water moves, collects, and eventually flows into rivers, lakes, or oceans. Yet, in our modern world, these natural boundaries are often ignored. Urban development, deforestation, and poor planning disrupt the balance, leading to outcomes that can be both costly and honestly quite devastating. Floods, water shortages, and degraded ecosystems. Understanding and respecting these natural systems isn't just about conservation, it's about resilience. When we work with the land, not against it, we create healthier environments for both people and nature. Within the embrace of a watershed lies a rich tapestry of water bodies, each one intricately connected, each one playing a vital role in the grand cycle of water. From the smallest trickling stream to the vast expanse of a lake, these waters shape the land, sustain life, and tell the story of a region's ecology. High up in the mountains, where snow and glaciers melt under the sun's warmth, we find the headwaters, those crystal-clear streams that often tumble down rocky slopes, carving paths through stone and soil. These are the birthplaces of rivers, where the journey of water begins, gathering momentum as it flows downhill. As these streams gain strength, they merge to form larger rivers, winding through valleys and sweeping across plains, shaping the terrain and nourishing everything in their path. Along the way, they're joined by tributaries, smaller streams that add their flow to the growing river system, creating a branching network that mirrors the veins of a living organism. Wetlands, often found in low-lying areas, act like natural filters, slowing down water, trapping sediments, and absorbing pollutants. These vibrant ecosystems are teeming with life, home to birds, amphibians, fish, and countless insects, all thriving in the nutrient-rich waters. Lakes and reservoirs, reflecting the sky like giant mirrors, store water, regulate river flow, and offer essential resources to human communities for drinking, farming, recreation, and more. They are not just scenic wonders, but lifelines that support both nature and civilization. And at the end of this journey, the river reaches its mouth, where fresh water meets the salty embrace of the ocean, an estuary teeming with life, where land, river, and sea converge in a delicate balance. The relentless spread of urbanization often pays little attention to the natural boundaries of watersheds. Cities, with their vast concrete surfaces and impermeable roads, disrupt the natural flow of water. Instead of soaking into the ground, rainwater becomes a torrent of runoff, rushing over hard surfaces, overwhelming drainage systems, and carrying pollutants straight into rivers and streams. The impact of disrupting these natural systems is becoming increasingly clear. Floods, once rare, are now more frequent and severe, causing widespread damage and displacing communities. As urban sprawl pushes into floodplains, areas that naturally absorb excess water, it puts even more people and property at risk. And yeah, the consequences are only getting more serious. The impact of human activities on watersheds extends far beyond our cities. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff laced with fertilizers and pesticides, and untreated sewage all find their way into our waterways, polluting the very lifeblood of our planet. These pollutants, they have a devastating impact on aquatic ecosystems, harming fish populations, contaminating drinking water sources, and creating so-called dead zones that are completely devoid of oxygen. The delicate balance of freshwater and saltwater ecosystems is also disrupted by human interventions. Dams built for hydropower and irrigation can alter the natural flow of rivers, which in turn impacts fish migration patterns and harms downstream ecosystems. Coastal development often destroys vital mangrove forests, and those are super important. They act as natural buffers against storms and provide critical habitat for marine life. As the global population continues to grow, the demand for water resources intensifies. Over-extraction of groundwater, often faster than it can be replenished, leads to depletion of aquifers, causing land subsidence and impacting water availability for future generations. Climate change, with its unpredictable rainfall patterns and more frequent droughts, further exacerbates these challenges. The consequences of water scarcity are dire, leading to food shortages, economic instability, and social unrest. The consequences of disrupting watersheds are a stark reminder of our interconnectedness with the natural world. Floods, droughts, pollution, and water scarcity are not isolated events. They are interconnected symptoms of a planet out of balance. Nature is sending us a clear message. We can no longer afford to ignore the delicate balance of our planet's water systems. The time for action is now. There is hope. By understanding and respecting the natural boundaries of watersheds, we can forge a more sustainable path forward. Protecting and restoring forests and wetlands, those natural sponges that regulate water flow and filter pollutants, is crucial. Implementing sustainable agricultural practices that reduce runoff and minimize chemical use is essential. Investing in green infrastructure in our cities, such as permeable pavements and rooftop gardens, can help mimic natural hydrological processes and reduce the impact of urbanization. And embracing water conservation measures, both at home and in industries, is paramount. The future of our planet depends on our ability to live in harmony with nature, to recognize that we are not separate from the natural world, but an integral part of it. By protecting our watersheds, we protect ourselves, ensuring a sustainable and equitable future for generations to come. Let us be stewards of our planet's water, safeguarding this precious resource for all life on Earth. The time for action is now, for the future flows from our choices today.